Enoch 23 Chromolite this chromosome. And he was telling me all the works of heaven, earth and sea, and all the elements, their passages and goings, the thunderings and the thunders, the sun and the moon, and the goings and changes of the stars, and the seasons, years, days, hours, and the risings of the winds, numbers of the angels, and the formations of their songs, and all human things, the tongue, and every human song of life, the commandments, instructions, sweet voiced singers, and all things that it is fitting to learn. And Proville told me, all the things that I have told thee, we have written. Sit and write all the souls of mankind, however many of them are born, and their places prepared for them to eternity. For all souls are prepared to eternity before the foundation of the world. And all the double 30 days and 30 nights, and I wrote out all things exactly, and wrote 336 books, 366 books, 333 books, 366 books. And the Lord summoned me and said to me, Enoch, sit down on my left with Gabriel. Sit down here on my left with Gabriel. And I bowed down to the Lord. And the Lord spoke to me, saying, Enoch, beloved, all thou seest, all things that are standing finished, I tell to thee, before the very beginning, all that I created from non-being, invisible things from invisible. Hear, Enoch, and take in these words, for not my angels have I told my secrets, and I have not told them their eyes, nor my hidden distress, nor have they understood my creating, which I tell thee today. For before all things were visible, I alone used to go about in the invisible things, like the sun from the east to the west, and from the west to the east. For even the sun has peace in itself, while I found no peace, because I was creating all things, and I conceived the thought of placing foundations and creating visible creation. I commanded in very lowest parts, in very lowest parts, the visible things should come down from invisible. And Adoyo came down, very great, and I beheld him, and lo, he had a belly of great light. And I said to him, become undone, Adoyo, and let the visible come out of thee. And he came undone, a great light came out, and I was in the midst of the great light. It is there is born light, from light there comes forth a great age, and showed all creation which I had thought to create. Follow me down. And I saw that it was good. And I placed for myself a throne and took my seat on it, and said to the light, Go thou up higher and fix thyself high above the throne. Be a foundation to the highest things, and above the light there is nothing else. And then I went up and looked up from my throne. And I summoned the very lowest a second time and said, Let Orcus come forth hard. And he came forth hard from the invisible. The Orcus came forth hard, heavy, very red. And I said, Be opened, Orcus, and let there be born from thee. And he came undone, and age came forth, very great and very dark, bearing creation of all Lord things. And I saw it was good. And I said to him, Go thou down below, and make thyself firm, and be for a foundation for the Lord things. And it happened, and he went down and fixed himself, and became the foundation for the Lord things. And below the darkness there is nothing else. And I commanded that there should be taken from light and darkness, and said, Be thick. And it became thus, and I spread it out with the light, and it became water, and I spread it out over the darkness below the light. And then I made firm the waters, that is to say, the bottomless pit, and made foundation of light around the water, and created 7 circles from the inside, and imaged these waters like crystal, wet and dry, that is to say, like glass. In the circumcision of the waters and other elements, and I showed each one of them its road, and the 7 stars, each one of them in its heaven, that they go thus. And I saw that it was good, that it was good. And I separated between light and between darkness, that is to say, in the midst of the waters here and there. I said to the light, it should be day, and to the darkness it should be night. And there was evening, and there was morning. This first day, day more. And then I made firm the heavenly circles, and made that the lower waters which is under heaven collect itself together into the one whole, and that the chaos become dry. And it became so. These clouds. Out of the wave I created rock hard and big, and from the rock I piled up the dry, and the dry I called earth, and the mist of the earth I called abyss. That is to say, the bottomless. I collected the sea in one place and bound it together with a yoke, and said to the sea, Behold, I give thy eternal limits, and thou shalt not break loose from thy component parts. This I made first the firmament. This day I called me the first creator, and for all the heavenly truths I imagine, the image and essence of fire, and my eye looked at the very hard, firm rock, and from the gleam of my eye the lightning received its wonderful nature, which is both fire and water. and water and fire, and one does not put out the other, nor does one dry up the other. Therefore lightning is brighter than the sun, softer than water, and more firmer than hard rock. And from the rock I cut off a great fire, and from the fire I created the waters of the incorporeal, the incorporeal 10 trillion creatures, and their weapons fiery, and their remnant a burning flame. And I commanded that each one should stand in his order. Here, Satan with his angels. Hasatan was thrown down from the height, and one from out the order of angels, having turned away with the order that was under him, conceived an impossible thought to place his throne higher in the clouds above the earth, that he become equal in rank to my power, my lower mind wanted to join me. And I threw him out from the height of his thoughts with his and he was flying in the air continuously above the bottomless.